Hey guys, it's Prediction Friday once again, and this is the first time in a while that we've actually had a Prediction Friday. We've had to have like Prediction Wednesdays, which is okay, but it doesn't have the same ring. I hope that you're having a fantastic weekend, and we're going to get right into it. I'm actually going to try to read a few more predictions this time than I have in the past, so we're going to get right into it. But first, I want to give a few shout-outs for predictions from the Detroit game from last week. Okay, now the Post disappeared on me, so I've had to rely on the Post-it. So Post-its will prevail. Post-its will prevail. I don't know if you watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but I do. So anyway, a few of the good predictions from last week. We had Travis had 31-20 Packers. Pretty dang close, not bad. We also had a very close one. Jeremy said 27-19 Packers. Way to go, dude. Got the Packers score exactly right. Only missed by 4 on Detroit's score. So that's pretty good. And the last one I want to give a shout out to is Joe Mado. He had the Packers 31, Detroit 17. That's pretty dang close too. And Joe, I mispronounced his name last week, and he was nice enough to send us a message and let me know how to pronounce his name properly. He was nothing but gracious about it, so I'm very thankful for that because it was just an honest mistake, and I very much appreciate you giving me a heads up, let me know what's up with that. And also, dang, you did a good job on the prediction, man. 31-17. Packers had 27-23 Detroit. Pretty dang good job. All right, with that done, let's go ahead and take a look at the predictions that are coming in right now, all right? I'm going to refresh this page because I want to make sure that I've got as many as possible. I'm going to get to as many as I possibly can in a reasonable amount of time. We've got Jason says Packers 24-14. This is for the Packers versus the Cowboys at Lambeau Field. Jason also has a really nice analysis of how he thinks this is going to take place. I don't want to think, Jason, you to think that that's any slight on you. I'm just reading kind of the name and the score so that I can get more in. But I encourage everybody to jump on the Facebook fan page. Jason has a good analysis there. Let him know what you think. Or feel free to fill out your prediction as well. I love to see it. I just am trying to read just the names and the scores as much as I can. It just gives me a chance to get more of them out there. We have got Nick. Let's see if I can get rid of all the pop-ups and flyouts on here. Nick says 24-21 Packers. That's a pretty close game, it looks like. Let's see. All right, I've got something covering up a few of them, but that's fine. Okay, so we said Nick, 24-21 Packers. We have Ryan, 28-13 Packers. We've got Robert says 24-10 Packers. I'm going to refresh this again because I just want to get a few of those that came in, and it's getting covered up, so I don't know. Facebook, anywhere you mouse, something jumps up onto you anymore, so... All right. Try and find a safe haven for my cursor. Okay, let's make sure I didn't miss any. We've got, I think, Ryan 28-13 Packers. I don't know if I said that one. Robert 24-10 Packers. Jeff says 23-19 Packers. We've got, and of course, it's really hard. We don't have anybody picking against the Packers just yet because if you're like me, you almost just can't physically do it. Now, we do have Tammy says, your boys will lose this game. So, let's prove Tammy wrong. Pack is back, baby. 24-10 Packers says Jim. 41-24 Packers says Joe. That's a big spread right there. And I think that this could be the game we do it. 24-18 Packers, says Michael. Here's Joe Mado again. Last week might have given us a spark. Cowboys 13, Packers 35. I think Joe and I are going to be pretty close together. And I don't prepare for this prediction show. Like, I will think through it. You guys have kind of heard how I do it. I don't do a whole lot of, like, uber statistical research and stuff like that. you're hearing my thoughts as I sort of think them in the show. So, we're going to slide. Let's do a few more. I've got 3510 says, Steven, and I do want to mention this, and again, I probably will get this, I probably will mispronounce this name, but I apologize up front. Please let me know how it's supposed to be pronounced. Bebra Abk. It's ABK is the last name, but I want to give you a shout out, man, because here's what he says. He says, Eddie Lacy runs for 100 plus. Remember me. Now, you are I'm saying the same thing, man. This is totally cool. All right, I hope we're right, because if that's the case, then I think we're going to have a really good day. But I will remember you because I'm about to say the same thing. Keith says 35-10 Packers. Patrick 38-14 Packers. Rebecca 38-25 Packers. 24-18 Packers says Chuck. 27-17 says Lorraine. 31-17 says Peter. 24-7 says Chenille. 28-16 says Ryan. That's about all I can probably get to right now. So again, we've got, other than like Tammy jumping in and saying that we're going to lose this game, we've got a lot of people predicting the Packers. I'm going to just set this down. What I'm noticing about the predictions is most of the predictions, and I was right there with everybody at the beginning of the season, a lot of the predictions, we would expect the Packers to score close to, if not over or on average, 30 points. Now you see a lot of these predictions are going down in that sort of low 20s sort of range, that 24-point range. I think that's honest. I think that's people being honest about what this offense has been. My prediction is going to go completely the opposite way. I am going to be a total homer tonight. I'm just going to get, if that offends you, you can just go ahead, you can leave me right now, because I'm going to be a total homer. It's December football. It's as if the playoffs are already here. This Packer team needs to get some wins, and they will get wins when the offense starts putting 4 quarters of football, good football, on the field. And I think it starts against the Cowboys. Now, like I said, I think Eddie Lacy's going to get 100-plus yards, or very close to 100 yards, if not over 100 yards. Here's why. I think Lacy and the Packers, Coach McCarthy, have put the problems of the past behind them. Eddie Lacy had back-to-back 100-yard games, and I think he's going to have another one. This is going to be his third of the season. The reason being, when Green Bay this is what I love about this team. Number one, they don't air their dirty laundry to everyone and anyone. You saw this last week. Adrian Peterson out there saying that they got out-coached, calling out basically everybody in the whole organization. I mean, I know I'm overblowing it a little bit, but you see Eddie Lacy and the Packers, Mike McCarthy refuses to call anybody out in press conferences. Eddie Lacy, when he's questioned, he said, Coach and I talked it out. We laid out how we felt, and I'm ready to go. I really feel like this is an honest correction that's been made, and Coach McCarthy, I think he's gotten in that offensive meeting room, and said, we are going to feed Eddie Lacy the rock. One thing I noticed in the Detroit game is, and I've been saying this for a while, that the Packers need to make sure that they don't go away from the run. And in the Lions game, the Packers did not go away from the run, even though they had every reason to, down 20-0. This is where you tend to abandon the run. They didn't do that. So I think that to me says that the coaching staff realizes the importance of staying with the run for this team, to make sure and to give our wide receiver core as much help as possible. I think in this game they are going to feed the rock, and it's going to be a mix of running backs out there. Crockett had a great day. I've been in that guy's corner since he was in training camp, so I'm very happy for him. James Starks, he's a guy that knows what it takes to get it done. But I think Eddie Lacy's going to have a fantastic game. And when he does, it's going to open up the passing game for the Packers. We have typically been in the past few years a pass-first team. I think we need to be a run-first team to open up the passing game. And I think it starts Sunday against the Cowboys. So we'll see what happens. But that said, I have to make my prediction. And again, are you with me where like you so think that this team can score 20 up high 20s, low 30s, and yet you're so fearful to actually put it out in cyberspace that they're going to do it this week because they have sputtered for long periods of time. So again, I'm a homer right now. I am 100% Packers are going to get it done. I think that I'm not just being a homer. I think that this is the game that they get it done, and I think that for several reasons. One being, I don't think Dallas is a middle of the road team. We've had struggles against teams that were worse, like the Lions. Their defense is worse. I think Dallas is a very sound, like fundamentally sound defense, but they're not a playmaker. You know they're going to send Hardy if he's healthy. They're going to send him after us. But I think that this is a good day, or Sunday is a good day for the Packers offense to get on track. Again, I've said that before, and I've been wrong. They've proven me wrong. But Sunday, I believe the Packers offense is going to prove me right. Aaron Rodgers he works as hard as anyone in the league. And I think that this week we finally pull it together. Without Jordy Nelson, this offense has just not gotten in sync. But last week, and one thing I want to mention, not only last week did we not abandon the run, but we also saw a lot of Randall Cobb in the slot. And I think that's going to bode well, and I hope that they continue to put Cobb in the slot. Let's get some of the young guys out on the field and see what we can do. One quick caveat, Ty Montgomery practiced for the first time since he was out. He was out for the whole bye week and every game since. It would be great to see him get back in the mix. And he's going to be hungry, but he's also going to be fresh. He hasn't had to play these games in between. So I would love to see Montgomery. I don't think he's going to make it this week. I don't think he's going to make it this week. I don't think Corey Linsley is going to make it this week. But we'll see. It's going to be probably a game-time decision. At any rate, it's good to see he's getting closer all the time. So I think the Packers' offense clicks to the tune of 35 points. I think Eddie Lacy gets a touchdown in this one. I think the passing game opens up. I think James Jones shows back up in this game for the first time in a long time. I think Randall Cobb is going to be a difference maker. I think they'll have him in the slot position more. So I'm going to say 35. The Packers offense gets 35. They break that 30 barrier, which, again, recall last year, that was our average. We averaged 30 points a game. Which really, as a Packer fan, I got to realize that, and we all have to realize, we've been spoiled, with that. The Packers' defense against a Tony Romo-less Cowboys offense. They still got Jason Witten, still got Des Bryant. Their running game has not been what it was last year. Their offensive line is still good, but I think the Packers' defense holds the Cowboys to under 20 points. 35-17 Packers. And with that said, I almost want to put a disclaimer that, knock on wood, I hope I'm right this time, but I do think that this is the time that this team gets it done. I think that they've seen enough. And I think after the escape from the Detroit Lions, which is basically what that was, I think that I think it sort of foundationally shifted the team and their mindset that they need to get serious. This is for real. Not only are they looking at I mean, they have a very tough row to hoe if they were to try and get a first-round bye and that second seed. Because Arizona, we play Arizona, so it's still possible, but Arizona is several games ahead. It's going to be difficult. Not only that, but we're all sitting around thankful that the Vikings lost when if we had only done our business, we could have been not necessarily cheering for the Vikings, but we could have been cheering against the Cardinals in hopes that, the Packers could take a 2 seed out of it. We're not seeing that. So we've been waiting long enough. There is no more time. The offense needs to play 4 full quarters of good football and put it all together. I think they do it this week. I think it's important because what gets lost is the fact that it's not like this Packers offense. We have seen some incredibly well-designed plays. We have seen some incredibly well-executed plays this season. We really have. You go back and look. There are some fantastic. I've seen John Kuhn lead block. I've seen it. There have been fantastic plays. That's not the problem. The problem is we haven't had consistent good play. It's not the fact that we can't make good plays. It's the fact that we're not consistent with them. I mean, you can disagree with me. I mean, maybe we haven't made any good plays. I've looked. I think we've made some really fantastic plays. I think we've made some really fantastic calls. And I honestly think that we're going to hit our stride with December at Lambeau is a great place to start. So 35-17 Packers, and that is my prediction. It's out there now. I hope that I don't jinx us, basically, is what I'm saying. That's my prediction. Let's turn it over to JR and see what his prediction is for this upcoming game.
So after a long week of rest and recuperation, the Packers are going to take on the Cowboys. And this is my video prediction. The Dallas plays in a pretty weak division. They take up the rear in the division with a record of 4-8, and the leaders in their division, it's a 3-way tie with a record of 5-7. So, as you might guess, I kind of expect that we'll probably do quite well against Dallas. In addition to the fact that they play in a weak division, Dallas is down Tony Romo for the remainder of the season, so we will be meeting Matt Castle, and Dallas is going to probably try to get the run game rolling because Matt Castle's just not the caliber of quarterback that's going to put up 350 yards and win a game probably. Now that said, of course, we all know how Matt Flynn handled the game against the Cowboys a couple of years back, where he made a big made a big comeback. So it's the NFL. Anything can happen. I really don't expect that the Cowboys will be able to muster anything more than 1 ground touchdown and a couple of field goals, so I'm going to give them 13 points. Packers defense has still been continuing to play well, got back to our sacking in the last game, so I really think that 13 points is about all that the Cowboys will muster against us. As far as our offense goes, even when we're struggling, we're still putting up a lot of points. These comeback wins have all been putting up some decent numbers. So I'm going to give us 24 points in this game. We really could put up a lot more. Well, we probably couldn't put up a whole lot more. Dallas has got a decent defense. A lot of that is probably because of the division they're playing in, but they did a fairly good job against Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Not good enough to win the game, but they did a pretty good job. So I kind of expect that we're going to be rested up. We'll hopefully have Crockett giving a little more energy to the offense like he did in the last game. And I really kind of expect that we're going to be able to consistently move the ball downfield. I don't expect we would do that with, as an unstoppable force of any sort, but we're going to move the ball downfield and we'll score some points. I'm going to give us 24 and Dallas 13, and the Packers are going to walk away with a 24-13 win at Lambeau Field.
Okay, so that's JR's prediction. You've got my prediction. We read your predictions. We gave a few shout-outs. Now it's time to let the team go out on the field and prove us all right. Except for Tammy. We're going to prove you wrong. Hey, no hard feelings. You're going to feel bad enough after we trounce the Cowboys on Sunday, so it's okay. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. Really appreciate it. Catch up with us. If you're watching this on YouTube and you would subscribe, we would really appreciate that. Also, if you see it on the Facebook fan page, give it a thumbs up or throw in a comment. There's some great comments getting laid down, and there are more and more predictions being made even as we speak. So jump on. Let's get in the conversation. Really appreciate all of you guys, and here's to a big Packer win come Sunday afternoon. So I will sign off for now, and until next time, go Pack.